So you'll notice with the roofing procedure, to get this roof waterproof, we had to put crickets in. That slopes the water away from the walls to the roof drains that you see on the ground here. And that's formed with the insulation. On top of the insulation, they put the rubber membrane on with a special glue. And that special glue is what secures the walkboard to the insulation, and then the membrane goes on top of that. This week we started our demolition of the roof of the terrace building. A lot of the decking is starting to get cut into so they can get it ready for lowering down. The other requirement was to make sure the terrace floor was completely roofed. We've waterproofed around the columns, and we've also waterproofed where the old walls were. That was all the noise you heard last week, was demoing those brick walls down and getting the brick off the concrete column. The exciting thing is, starting next week, is we're going to have a crane out here to cut into the concrete beams and columns that you see behind me. And those concrete beams and columns will be cut in the field and then picked from a crane and dropped down onto a trailer, so we don't have to jackhammer those in place, which will be a lot more noisy. The other thing we're doing this week is a lot of site work, where we're actually putting in the concrete footings. And you'll see that we've cut neat the footings in some areas where you don't see any formwork. That's what they call cutting neat. And they pour the concrete right up against the dirt. That is the foundation for the structural steel. If you notice those rods that have bolts on them, those are anchor bolts. Those anchor bolts are used to actually secure the steel to the concrete. The other thing you'll notice is there's formwork around the side where we're going to pour the slab that ties into those footings. All that work is happening this week, and we're likely going to pour that slab next Monday. Last week we showed you inside where we were core drilling the holes for the piping to relocate the drains for the sprinkler lines by each floor. We took those pipes out from the outside. Now it's been run inside. Everything's all complete. And when we go do the exterior repairs, you'll see that all that's patched up appropriately and will match the rest of the building finishes.